y'all, Chrissy O here from Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles. Today we're going to take a look at the yard down at the front area. We're going to walk through some crunchy leaves. We're going to see how all this lovely leaving the leaves on the ground is going. See if it's composting. There might be some troublesome areas that we might need to rake up and go put in a compost pile. But again, I already did a little thing on that, so go back and check that video out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. It is what it is kind of day. I hear the roosters in the background. They're screaming because they're like, hey, I hear my mama outside. She should be here giving me snackies. And I will eventually. So let's move along and see how all the leaves have fallen and just look at all the pretty stuff that we have out here. Vader's very keen to watch squirrels. He's all about the squirrels. He sure is. He's all about squirrels. Now my little Tweety birds aren't eating from the feeders as much as they normally would. So we still fill them up, and we still get some birds that come out here to eat. But as you can see, the feeders right here, they're still full, and the little bird feeder out there, it's kind of full of water right now. We just repurposed an old satellite dish, so that's how that's going so far. But anyway, the hubby put up the flags here for military because we have a lot of military people, former military people, retired military people in our family. So we have all of the military flags here because, I mean, we like veterans. We love to support our military people. Now Vader's upset because he thinks I brought the ball out here, which I did not. So he thinks it might be out here in the leaves. And it's not. His ball's in the house. Let me show you a little something while we walk down the driveway here. And I mean, he's a dog. He's going to do dog stuff, so don't think anything of it if he performs a doggy duty in front of us. That's just how it works. So right here, these are ligustrums. They're evergreens, really pretty, got a really pretty thick leaf on it. Almost looks like a holly leaf, except most holly leaves are kind of jagged, but it's really waxy, really pretty, and it's an absolute evergreen. So what happened was we had these big long limbs that were here, and they were hanging over the driveway. And because I can't plant another one right there because that's where the underground power lines go from the pole all the way down through here, it's not going to dig a hole there. These will get large enough to fill in this gap because I'm trying to block a lot of the view from the road, especially when the leaves, like you see up here, the canopy of leaves is like falling all off the trees. There's nothing that hides, you know, our residents up here, and I never show that on camera anyway. But still, you want to maintain a type of privacy or privacy screen. So with these ligustrums, they've been here probably, these are probably about 3 years old now. And what we do, I didn't have any pantyhose. Pantyhose is the best to use because it doesn't cut into the tree. I didn't have any of that. So what I did was I used twine, and we just gently, loosely entangled these together. It's kind of thick right in there. But what it'll do is it'll pull them together like that. And any other long shoots that happen to come this way, or any long shoots that I don't want going over my driveway and I want it to come this way, I'll just pull them together with some pantyhose, and they will grow and meet in the middle, and I'll just train it that way. Be a nice hedge. If you look over here on this side, I have the same thing, ligustrums. I do have one curly leaf right here on the end, but I have like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 of those. Those were planted last year Yeah, those were planted early last year. So this is going to be a full complete hedge. These things get to like 8 feet tall, 10 feet at max for these type of ligustrums. So this right here is going to make a nice end to the front yard here, and it will hide pretty much what I want it to hide. And same thing with this here. So we were talking about leaves. As you noticed, nothing has been raked. I have no intentions on doing any type of raking or anything, because this dirt down here is so bad, because it's nothing but clay. It is just so bad that we have tried to work on this dirt down here for years. We've been here 22 years. Actually, this month is 22 years. So it has been really tough. We've had truckloads of dirt that has been dumped out here. We still have piles of stuff that we put here and there, cleaning up limbs, cleaning up leaves. It has been a chore. And not a lot of things grow out this way because, again, if you look up, all these leaves are gone except for a few that are hanging on up there, and the scattered hollies that you see, the evergreen hollies. But in the springtime and the summertime, this is such a shaded place. Nothing gets any sun, so everything just kind of goes, yeah, doesn't want to grow, doesn't want to do anything. Now, I've tried planting the shade plants, and I've worked on this area for the last 10 years. Nothing is doing nothing. So now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do in this particular area, since it's not growing anything and it's not really working for me. And I don't want to keep spending a lot of money on stuff that's just going to not grow and it's going to die. So I don't want to do that. Now this Leland cypress here, it's an evergreen. I actually have this one here, one down there at the end, the little one down there, and one right here. They're stunted in their growth because deer actually came out and laid on this one and broke it all to pieces, and I finally got it salvaged somewhat. And then this one, something broke it off, and I don't know, and something keeps, you know, rubbing its antlers on it. You can see that when deer go into rut. So I've salvaged this one. It's getting there, but it's going to take years for it to get like ginormous or big or anything. So I guess I'll just do a bunch of evergreens and see what happens. Now, having all this acreage, it's 12.5 acres out here. It's nice because it's wooded, but we do have a lot of areas that are thickly wooded, and we have some areas like out here in the front part of things that are not very thickly wooded. So with having a lot of acreage like that, I'm not going to worry so much about getting up the leaves. And I talked about that in an earlier video. You guys can go see like leaf mulch, to mulch or not to mulch, or to leave it on the ground. So this particular year, for right now, we've just decided to let all the leaves fall wherever they want to fall. And there's tons of them, like literal tons of them out here. So we and my dog hears something. He's a protective little boy. So he's really, oh, it's a little, somebody riding a little motorcycle down there. But he it's okay, Vader. Come on. So anyway, I digress. We're just going to let leaves lay where they are, stay where they are, and we will probably mulch them up with the mower, which is fine. And Sometimes I like to not even do that and just leave it there. All it does is help the quality of the dirt. So anyway, let's walk to the back as I'm walking up this big hill here, and I'm so out of breath. Let's walk around to the back and we will see. The motorcycle's wild. We'll see what we can do with the babies out there in the back. Just see what they're doing. And I haven't gotten the leaves off the roof or off it here, to be honest, because it's providing quite a bit of camouflage. But I wanted to tell you something while we go in here and check on these quail. And hey, Binky. Oh, hey, Mickey. You got up there on the water barrel all by yourself. So you see all the leaves that's up there. It's just creating some camouflage. That's all it's doing. But we will take the leaf blower and blow all of that off for the babies. Now, on a sad note, we had one of our girl quails, one of our girl babies, Brian, she was egg bound. I didn't know she was egg bound, but she was egg bound, and she did not appear to be sick in any way, shape, or form. So it was hard for me to tell, because these little babies, like these bobwhite quails, they'll act like they're perfectly fine one day, and then the next day you find them and they're not fine. So unfortunately, due to her internal injuries that she received from being egg bound with an egg that she could not pass, it caused a lot of internal injuries, and I was not able to save her. So she passed away, and we buried her. And some of them have been grieving. You can tell. Some of them have been grieving her little loss. And they know something's wrong. They know something's up. And I think I have another leak in the roof. We've had a lot of rain lately. And these sticks and limbs fall on the roof. And then we end up with these little wet, traily spots. But anyway, it's just sad when you lose one. But otherwise, everything's good. They're laying eggs. Binky and Mickey think they're quails, but they're chickens. I hope they're girls. I hope they're girls. But anyway, so that's where we're at for here. Let's go take a little peeky peek at the boys. If you hear that squealing in the background, my roos see my dog, and they also heard me walking up, so they're all angry at the moment. I don't even know where Vader went. I guess he went back in the house. But here's my angry roos. They have knocked their scratch grains over, as you can see by the pile here, and now the bucket's way over there. And this is, Carolyn's always up for a challenge. He is always up for a fight. You're such an angry boy. And we had to help him the other day because he had gotten a fight with one of the younger roos, as you can see by his comb. And he had some humbling moments. Didn't you, buddy? He had some humbling moments. But he's a pretty angry roo. The rest of them, they don't care. They get along. They do just fine. But they're doing good. You can tell everything's wet around here from the rain, except for the place where the tarp is on, and all that's dry. And leaves. Leaves everywhere. He's so angry. Leaves, leaves, leaves everywhere. There's leaves out here on the yard, but because it is so wet and muddy and just nasty inside there, we're not going to rake just yet until things can dry out a little bit. You can probably see through here where their little dirt baths are. They're complete mud holes. And everybody's getting up, you know, under the shelters and things. It's rained for the last... Hey, girl. Hey, Tam. Hey, Tam. Glad you could fly over and join us. It's been, you know, 2-3 days of nothing but rain off and on overnight. So it is a muddy mess, which I've not even attempted to seed this out. Hey, my muddy ducky babies. Yep, we cleaned your pool out this morning, and now you got it looking like muddy trash again. But okay, it's all right. It's all right. So I've not even bothered this because they're actually turning the dirt themselves, and they're mulching the leaves in for me. So I don't have any excuses. I'm just gonna let them do their chicken things. And then once it dries out a little bit and they've mulched all the leaves in, I'll go back in with the grass seed and we will seed that out. Yes, we will, Carolyn. Quit fussing at me. Well, my muddy babies back there want some mealworms, so anyway, we're gonna leave the leaves. I'm not in the mood to do anything with leaves. Plus, if you look up in some of the trees that I showed you, there's still leaves still hanging on. Yeah, we got some evergreens, mostly in the form of like hollies and pine trees and stuff like that, or ligustrums. But for the most part, there's dead leaves hanging on the trees that haven't blown off yet. So, kind of is what it is. Maybe with the new growth, the new leaves, when the spring comes eventually, it'll push that out and then we'll clean everything up. But I don't want to do anything to the leaves this year. I don't think it's necessary. I think I need to work on this dirt a little bit and let these leaves compost themselves. I have so many compost bins going on right now anyway. It's just kind of overwhelming at the moment. And they're fussing at me. So whenever it dries, we'll rake their yard. There's only so many leaves that they're going to be able to play with, and they won't eat them all. And anyway, yeah, they're fussing. It's mealworm time, so anyway. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. I know this is a strange video. Nanaroo, I'm getting the mealworms. Could you please stop fussing at me for 2 seconds? He's not going to stop. Anyway, go to the website, ChrissyOShow.com. And as I said, you know, turning 50 was a really big milestone for me in my life. And I'm just going to keep making really great content for you guys. I'm going to keep doing what I do, showing you guys all of the flock, all the things that we do out here on our little teeny tiny little farm. The greenhouse, well, I'm probably going to wait to start that back up when it's closer to seeding out time, probably late February, early March. So we'll start seeding some things and doing some stuff there. He's still fussing at me about the mealworms. But anyway, I heart y'all great big. I appreciate all y'all. Hope you have a fabulous upcoming Christmas. I really do. And if you celebrate it, it's fine. Happy all of it. Okay? Happy festivities, Merry Christmas, and have a fabulous time. Even they're even wishing y'all Merry Christmas. So, anyway, I'll see y'all later. It's gonna get busy and busy and busier here with Santa Claus and everything. So I'll catch y'all on the flip side. If y'all can't be good, I don't know what to tell you. I guess be good at whatever it is you do. Just be nice and be kind. That's free. So, bye.